What up, peeps? It's your boy, the ControversyKidd, back with you guys with another vid, man. And today, man, want to speak on this issue. You see the title, Masculinity, Femininity, and Christianity. They're getting attacked at an all-time high. Let's talk about it. So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what's been really going on and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have been really paying attention to any of the stuff that's been going on with politics or anything like that. But one of the things that is kind of sort of like a big issue with those who align on the left is they have this thing called Antifa and BLM. And if you guys don't know these two organizations right now, then you might as well do your research on them. As a matter of fact, you don't have to do further research. You can literally just look up videos of them just going across the nation, destroying places left to right. And it's literally like disgusting at this point. And the narrative that BLM is trying to push that a lot of people are not seeing is that they're trying to dismantle cisgendered roles as terms of leadership, and they're trying to promote more of transgender leadership roles. Basically, they want to dismantle the nuclear family, if you guys don't understand that. Because there's the thing that you gotta notice and understand about the left. The left is not gonna use the same terms that we're gonna use. Like, for example, for if you want to know if a couple is, or somebody is part of the LGBTQ, they will say their partner, or they'll sit there and say their boyfriend and girlfriend if they're confident in whoever they're dating or wherever their lifestyle is, right? So they will say partner instead of, oh, it's my boyfriend, it's my girlfriend. You get it, right? With this right here, they're doing pretty much the same thing. They're trying to sit there and tell you guys that, the transgender roles, as far as leadership goes, it is okay. And we're trying to dismantle cisgender. Cisgender means, straight, male, and women. So this is an attack against femininity and masculinity. And let me explain on that. Because the big topic of discussion for most feminists is this idea that toxic masculinity exists when in fact it doesn't. In fact, what they want to talk about when it comes to toxic masculinity is how the man is presenting himself in everyday culture, and he is doing these sorts of things that can basically make women feel obnoxious and not feel comfortable to be around and hang with and stuff like that. You get the whole 9 yards. They're basically trying to, put fear amongst women about men and the dangers of being around men and how men is endangering them, when in fact they're endangering themselves. Here's one thing. If you're going to sit there and say that, right, then we need to have this topic of discussion. Let's talk about toxic femininity. See, the problem with a lot of these people is that they want to talk about how toxic the man is, right? How toxic this man is. But let's talk about the toxic nature of the female. Should we talk about that? But they're gonna sit there and say, well, they talk about it in the rap videos. They talk about it in this and that and the third. They do this and that in these songs and that song and blah, 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 blah. They do it all over social media. And da, 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 da. They just put a bad representation of women on the planet, on TV and social media everywhere. Da, 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 da. But let me ask you a question. You say that, right? But who is actually putting themselves in those positions to be humiliated like that? Is it the men that's forcing women to put themselves in those positions, or is it the women that's actually volunteering, like raising their hands like me, to actually sign up for these things? See, we don't want to have that discussion. We don't want to have that discussion, because it would just expose all of that. All right, this new song that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion just made just showed exactly what I've been talking about. If you look at my last 3 videos about the Jezebel spirit, those 2 women are part of that spirit. They have that spirit in them. And those weak guys, those weak-minded guys, they're sitting there trying to defend Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. And let me ask you a question for you weak dudes out there that's trying to defend that nonsense. Let's say, for instance, if your daughter was in that mess. Do you know that you just sold your daughter into prostitution? That you just allowed your daughter to become a whore in a sense? And if you don't believe me, we could hit the scripture right here, baby. Because the problem with y'all is that y'all so weak-minded that you allow this woman to be y'all God. And you can't tell her nothing, because she a queen, man. You know, in the black community, you know, the mama mia, she a queen. You can't talk about her like that, man. You gotta praise her. What the? Bro, y'all better come, man. And guys, if you don't believe me, it's all out there. Bun B just came out with a video. There's other simps coming out with videos. But let me ask you something. I'm gonna just give y'all real honesty. Women do not respect simp dudes. I'm just gonna say it for the ones in the back. Women don't respect simps. They do not respect simps, bruh. They don't respect simps. As a matter of fact, when they see a simp, they'll use a simp. There you go. They will see, if they see a simp, they will use a simp. And that's exactly what's going on. You don't believe me? Ask OnlyFans. Ain't nothing but simps and weak-minded men all on that site, because they are so desensitized to the point where they can't remove themselves from porn, so they will basically try to go somewhere where they have to imagine the girl being naked, because she's not getting naked for y'all. She's not, showing her punani online or anything like that. And for you females that's trying to defend the OnlyFans, let's talk about this, right? You're trying to defend OnlyFans, but here's why I'm going to shut you down with the OnlyFans, right? Do you understand that your pictures and your videos are actually getting saved and sold to those on the black market? Oh, we don't want to talk about that, because the ControversyKidd, he's on fire. But let me tell you something. This is what they're doing. They're taking your pictures, they're taking your videos, they're snapshotting them, aka screenshot. And what they'll do with the screenshot is they'll send somebody on the black market. And you are 9 times out of the 10, you are in danger. You want to talk about how you're protecting the children and all this other stuff? You're part of that mess too. You're going to be part of that mess. And for you women to sit there and try to egg that OnlyFans crap, it just doesn't make no sense. And for you fathers out there, and for you weak-minded men out there who are actually raising daughters, and you're promoting this nonsense, it just goes to show me how much you care about the female counterpart, and how much you care about your own family members who are women. Because this doesn't just go with just single women out there, like, oh man, like the single ladies, if they on this, and if they on this stuff, man, I can get down with that. No, you gotta think about it all circles of life when it comes to this. You gotta think about the daughters. You gotta think about your mama. What if your mama was out here doing stuff like this? You guys would sit there talking about, oh man, you can't do my mama like that, man. But hey, you okay in this behavior, so how about we put your mama in that situation? How about we put your aunt in that situation? How about we put your grandma in that situation and see how it is? And guys, this should show y'all how deep the Jezebel spirit has grown into today's society. I exposed it in my last 3 videos. This right here. Now, you guys are saying, okay, how is this an attack on masculinity? How is this an attack on femininity? How is this an attack on Christianity? Because number one, they're burning up churches, and they want to sit there and tell you that you cannot defend. Let me speak about this truck, y'all. They want to sit there and tell you, as a citizen, a law-abiding citizen of America, that you cannot protect your homes, but they're going to allow your churches to get burned. You know, it just doesn't make no sense. The inconsistencies make no sense. And the only reason why that these people are doing this stuff is not because of George Floyd. Stop with this nonsense. Oh, you know, we tired of black men getting killed, man, Okay, so let me ask you a question. You tired of black men being killed by the police, right? How about you stop killing yourself by actually doing the whole genocide? Oh, we don't want to talk about that because that's a right-wing politician talk right there. That's a talking point right there. So how would we stop the violence? Stop sharing the hatred. Put Christians' faith back in your homes. Actually, put your faith in God. Follow God. Don't do all this dumb stuff that the world needs you to do, or the world wants you to do, which is, you know, when you fall into the love of the world, when you have the love for the world, you basically what? You fell out of God's hands. You are not a true follower of God. You're not a true follower of Jesus Christ. You're of the world. There's nothing we can do with you if you are of the world. Now, here's the thing. If you are of the world, you could be saved. But if you have more love for the world than you have love for Jesus Christ and God, then I'm sorry. You would not be entering the kingdom of heaven. And this is not my rule. This is actually God's rule. Another scripture right there. So the thing is, I'm going to need you guys to pay attention to what's going on out here. Ladies, if you are promoting the real femininity, shout that out. And for the men out there, if you're promoting the real masculinity, promote that too. I'm telling you guys right now. And for the true followers of the Christian faith, promote that too as well. Because I'm telling you guys right now, it is getting under attack. And before you guys know it, it is going to be so deep that, yo, it's just going to be dismantled at this point. You know, they're letting mosques be open around the nation 24/7, but your Christian churches getting burnt to the ground, spray tagged, canned with all types of stuff. They don't have respect no more. And this is what happens when you drop all your morals and you just go with your feelings. Instead of facts, we're going with feelings. We don't need no more soy boys. We don't need no more soy girls. Well, actually, we can keep the soy girls because you know, we need them. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you like it, share, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys on the flip side. It is your boy, the ControversyKidd, signing out. Peace, bro.